Hello YouTubers! We recently had a question on how do I bake a cake in a tin can for some project that they were working on. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's go ahead and whip up our cake in a can. The things that you'll need to bake your cake in a tin can is first your tin can. This is just a standard Campbell soup can. Be sure to remove the label. Just soak it in some hot water for a little bit and it'll peel right off. And make sure the inside is perfectly clean. Soak it in hot soapy water or put it through your dishwasher so there's no residual smell from whatever was in the can previously. Some parchment paper, non-stick cooking spray, and of course your cake batter. You can use whatever cake mix that you would like. Let's go ahead and get started. The first step is to trace around the bottom of your tin can onto some parchment paper. Then you want to cut inside the circle that you made. You want this to fit at the bottom of the inside of the can. Next you want to cut a piece of parchment paper that will just go around the inside of your can, making like a little tube. And we're going to cut this down, leaving about 3 to 4 inches sticking out the top. After we got our parchment paper cut, we're going to spray the inside of the can with our non-stick cooking spray. And then put in the round piece that we cut for the bottom of the can. And then put in our little tube of parchment paper. Then we're going to spray inside the parchment paper. And now we're ready to fill it with our cake mix. I put my cake batter into this large measuring cup just to make it easier to pour. And we'll pour this in to not quite 3/4 of the way up the can. Now I'm going to bake this on a parchment lined cookie sheet just in case any of the batter spills out the top or there's a little slit where it comes out. This way it just protects your baking tray. I'm going to bake this at 325 degrees for about 30 minutes or so for this standard size soup can. If you're using a bigger can, it may take longer. So I'll put this in the oven and then we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Our cake's baked for 30 minutes and as you can see it has come up the top of the parchment paper a little bit, which is what we want. And now we're just going to let it cool off completely and then we'll remove it from the can. Our cake is cooled completely. Now we need to do is remove it from the can with the parchment paper in it. A lot of times it will just slip right out of the can. And here you have your cake that was baked in the can. You can slice this up into even slices, make a small miniature cakes, use this as a pillar for part of the structure of a cake, whatever you need this kind of tubular shaped structure for. I hope you enjoyed today's video on how to bake a cake in a tin can. Please join our channel. We hope to see you back soon.